Do you ever find yourself saying sorry for things you really shouldn't be? Maybe it's for feeling a bit tired, or for not wanting to go out when everyone else is, or simply for taking a moment to catch your breath. It's a funny habit we get into, isn't it? Almost like a reflex. But as we journey through life, especially as we reach our 60s and beyond, we carry a lifetime of experiences, wisdom, and frankly, the right to be exactly who we are without feeling the need to constantly ask for permission or forgiveness for simply existing. There's a quiet pressure that builds over the years. Isn't there a feeling that we always need to be on, to keep up, to fit in, to minimize any perceived inconvenience we might cause just by having needs or preferences that are different from others? Perhaps from younger generations, or even different from our younger selves. This constant, unnecessary apologizing isn't just words. It chips away at our confidence, our peace, and our sense of self-worth. It's a habit that weighs us down when we should be feeling lighter, freer, and more comfortable in our own skin than ever before. But what if you could shed some of that weight? What if you could stop apologizing for things that are perfectly natural, sensible, and even necessary at this stage of life? There are specific things many of us apologize for that we absolutely need to let go of. These aren't flaws or failures. They're often just realities of aging, personal preferences, or wise choices. Recognizing them is the first step towards a more peaceful, unapologetically authentic life. In this video, we're going to look at 7 common things that older adults often apologize for, but should stop right now. By the time we're finished, I hope you'll feel empowered to reclaim your space and your peace, without feeling the need to say sorry for simply being you. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you about how much freedom letting go of these apologies can bring. Let's dive right in with the first thing it's time to stop apologizing for. And that's apologizing for needing rest or feeling tired. How many times have you found yourself saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just a bit tired today." Or, "Excuse me, I think I need to sit down for a moment." Almost as if needing rest is some kind of personal failing for decades. Perhaps you were running on adrenaline, juggling work, family, responsibilities, and endless demands on your time and energy. Sleep was a luxury, and pushing through exhaustion was a badge of honor. But your body has different needs now, and that is not only okay, it is completely natural and healthy. As we age, our sleep patterns can change. We might not have the same boundless energy reserves we once did, and recovery from even simple activities can take longer. Needing rest is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you are a human being with a body that requires care and replenishment. Apologizing for it suggests there's something wrong with you for having a fundamental human need, one that is amplified by the beautiful, complex process of aging. Think about it. Would you apologize for needing to eat when you're hungry, or for needing a drink when you're thirsty? Likely not. Rest is just as essential for your physical and mental well-being. When you apologize for being tired or needing rest, you're internalizing a societal expectation that you should somehow be immune to fatigue. Or worse, that your need for rest is an imposition on others. This simply isn't true. Saying, "I need to rest for a bit," or "I'm going to take it easy this afternoon," are perfectly valid statements that require no apology. In fact, prioritizing rest is a sign of self-awareness and self-respect. It allows you to recharge, to recover, and to be more present and engaged when you are feeling energized. Pushing through constant fatigue can be detrimental to your health, impacting everything from your mood and cognitive function to your physical health. So the next time you feel that urge to apologize for feeling tired or needing a break, stop yourself. Replace the apology with a simple statement of need, delivered with confidence and self-assurance. You've earned the right to listen to your body and give it what it needs, without reservation or apology. Moving on to another area where apologies are often dispensed unnecessarily. Apologizing for saying no to social engagements. Does this sound familiar? The phone rings, or an invitation arrives, and you feel a pang of guilt because you just don't have the energy or the desire to attend another event, dinner party, or outing. Maybe it's a late-night gathering that will disrupt your sleep schedule, or an activity that requires more physical stamina than you feel up to. Or perhaps you simply crave a quiet evening at home with a book or a loved one. Yet, the automatic response is often an apology. "Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't think I can make it." Followed by perhaps a slightly strained excuse. Saying no is not a failure to be sociable or a sign that you are becoming a hermit. It is a crucial act of setting boundaries and protecting your time, energy, and peace. Your social needs and preferences may have shifted over the years, and that is perfectly normal and healthy. It's about quality over quantity. Isn't it spending time with people you truly connect with in ways that nourish you, rather than exhausting you? There's immense value in quiet evenings, in pursuing solitary hobbies, or in choosing smaller, more intimate gatherings over large, boisterous events. Apologizing for saying no reinforces the idea that your time and energy are less valuable than the social expectations placed upon you, or that your preference for quiet is somehow a personal flaw. It's not. It's a mature understanding of your own capacity and desires. A simple, "Thank you so much for thinking of me. I won't be able to make it." Or, "That sounds lovely, but I have other plans." Or even just, "I'm not feeling up to it this time," are complete sentences that require no further justification or apology. You don't owe anyone an elaborate explanation for why you're declining an invitation. Your time is precious, and you have the absolute right to decide how you spend it, who you spend it with, and whether or not an activity truly serves your well-being. Saying no unapologetically is an act of self-preservation and empowers you to say yes to the things that truly matter to you, without feeling overwhelmed or resentful. It's about living your life on your own terms, respecting your own needs and limits, and not feeling beholden to external pressures to constantly be socially available. And finally, for this part, let's look at apologizing for taking things slow or moving at your own pace. Have you ever felt rushed or flustered because someone is waiting for you, and you instinctively say, "Sorry, I'm slow," or "Apologies, I'm holding you up"? Whether it's walking a little slower, taking more time to read something, needing an extra moment to get up from a chair, or simply preferring a more leisurely pace in daily activities, there's a tendency to feel like you're inconveniencing others just by not moving at the same speed they are. But why should you apologize for moving at the pace that is comfortable and safe for you? Your body has carried you through decades of life, and it might not move with the same swiftness it did in your 20s. This is not a deficiency. It's a reality, and it deserves patience and respect, both from yourself and from others. Rushing can lead to mistakes, accidents, and unnecessary stress. Taking your time allows you to be more present, to observe details you might otherwise miss, and to move with greater intention and safety. Apologizing for your pace implies that there's something wrong with you, or that your presence is a burden because you're not keeping up with someone else's rhythm. This simply isn't true. Everyone has their own pace, and yours is just as valid as anyone else's. You have the right to navigate the world at a speed that feels comfortable and safe for you. Instead of an apology, a simple, "I'll be with you in a moment," or "I'm just taking my time," is more than sufficient. You don't need to justify your speed. You are not holding people up by moving at a pace that respects your body and your comfort. You are simply moving through the world in a way that works best for you right now. Embracing your own pace, unapologetically, is a powerful act of self-acceptance. It's about trusting your body, respecting its limits, and giving yourself permission to move through life without feeling pressured to conform to external speeds that don't serve you. It allows you to move with greater ease, confidence, and safety. And isn't that far more important than keeping up with someone else's arbitrary timetable? Now that we've discussed needing rest, saying no, and taking your time, let's move on to something else we often feel compelled to apologize for. Let's continue our conversation about things we should stop apologizing for. Have you ever felt the need to apologize for talking about your health? It seems counterintuitive, doesn't it? Health is such a fundamental part of life, especially as we age. And discussing it with trusted friends and family can be incredibly helpful. Whether it's sharing symptoms, talking about appointments, or simply mentioning how you're feeling on a given day. Yet, there's often a sense that talking about health issues is somehow burdensome, or that you're complaining, or that you're expected to put on a brave face and pretend everything is always perfectly fine. So, we preface discussions with apologies. Sorry to bore you with this. Or, I hate to complain. But, or, forgive me for bringing this up. Why do we do this? Perhaps it stems from a desire not to seem weak, or a fear of being seen as dwelling on the negative, or simply an ingrained habit of minimizing our own experiences, particularly those related to physical or mental discomfort. But here's the truth. Your health is a significant part of your reality, and discussing it is a normal and often necessary part of life. It's how we seek support, share information, connect with others who might be going through similar experiences, and sometimes, how we get helpful advice or simply feel heard. Apologizing for talking about your health implies that your physical or emotional state is something shameful or uninteresting, or that the person you're talking to would rather you suffer in silence. This is rarely the case with people who genuinely care about you, while it's wise to choose appropriate times and people for these conversations. And to balance health talk with other topics, there is absolutely no need to apologize for bringing it up. Your experiences are valid. Your feelings are valid. A simple, I wanted to share how I've been feeling lately. Or, I had a doctor's appointment and wanted to tell you about it. Or, I'm having a bit of a tough day with my condition. Just wanted you to know. Are clear, direct, and require no apology. Sharing your health journey with those you trust is a way of being authentic and allowing others to support you. It's not a burden to those who love you. It's an opportunity for connection and care. You have the right to discuss your health openly and honestly, without feeling guilty or apologetic. Another common area for unnecessary apologies, especially in a rapidly changing world, is apologizing for not keeping up with every technological advancement. How often have you heard or said something like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just terrible with computers." Or, "Excuse my ignorance." But how does this app work? The pace of technological change is dizzying, and it's simply impossible for anyone, regardless of age, to be an expert in everything. New gadgets, software updates, social media platforms, and digital tools pop up constantly. It's a full-time job just trying to keep track, let alone master them all. Apologizing for not being instantly proficient with the latest device or software suggests that there's something inherently wrong with you for not possessing innate digital superpowers. But your value and intelligence are not measured by your ability to navigate the latest smartphone interface. You have a lifetime of valuable skills, knowledge, and wisdom that extend far beyond the digital realm. It's perfectly okay not to be interested in every new tech trend, or to need help figuring things out. Instead of apologizing, which can reinforce feelings of inadequacy, try framing it differently. Asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Saying, "Could you show me how to do that?" Or, "I'm still learning how this works." Or, "I prefer to do it this way because it's clearer for me," are perfectly acceptable responses. You are not obliged to become a tech guru overnight, or ever. If it doesn't align with your interests or needs, you have the right to engage with technology on your own terms, at your own pace, and to ask for assistance when you need it, without feeling the need to apologize for a perceived lack of knowledge in a constantly evolving field. Your worth is not tied to your screen time or your app expertise. Focus on the technologies that genuinely enhance your life and let go of the guilt and the apologies for not being fluent in every digital language. Let's talk about something deeply personal: apologizing for prioritizing your own needs and comfort. For many years, perhaps decades, your life may have revolved around the needs of others: children, grandchildren, partners, aging parents, colleagues. You were the caregiver, the provider, the one who put others first, often at the expense of your own well-being. It's a role many of us embrace, but it can also create a deep-seated habit of feeling guilty when we finally put ourselves at the top of the list. Taking time for yourself, pursuing a hobby, resting when you're tired, choosing comfort over obligation, saying no to requests that would stretch you too thin. These are acts of self-preservation and self-respect, not selfishness. Yet, how often do we apologize for them? Sorry, I'm just being selfish. Or, I feel bad, but I really need to do this for myself. Prioritizing your own needs is not selfish. It is essential for your physical health, mental well-being, and overall happiness. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself allows you to be present and engaged when you do choose to give your time and energy to others. It ensures you have the resilience to handle life's challenges and the energy to enjoy the things that bring you joy. Apologizing for prioritizing your needs implies that your well-being is secondary or less important than someone else's desires or expectations of your time. This is a harmful belief that it's time to discard. You have earned the right to prioritize your peace, your health, and your happiness. Saying, I need some time for myself, or I'm going to do this for my own well-being, or simply acting on your needs without explanation are powerful statements of self-worth. You are not responsible for managing other people's reactions to you setting healthy boundaries. You are responsible for taking care of the one body and mind you have. Stop apologizing for making yourself a priority. It is not a luxury. It is a necessity. And finally, the seventh thing: we should stop apologizing for having different priorities or preferences than younger generations. The world changes, and so do perspectives, values, and interests across generations. What's important to you? What you find entertaining? What you value in relationships? How you communicate? Your views on various topics. These have been shaped by a lifetime of experiences that are unique to you. There might be times when these differ from the perspectives of younger people in your life. And that's not only okay, it's natural and expected. Yet, there's sometimes a feeling that holding on to older ways, or preferring different things, or not instantly adopting the latest trends means you're somehow behind, or out of touch, or even wrong. This can lead to apologetic phrases like, I know I'm old-fashioned, but, or, sorry, I just don't understand why you'd, or, maybe I'm just showing my age. But, stop apologizing for having the priorities, preferences, and wisdom that your life experience has given you. Your perspective is valuable precisely because it is different. You bring a historical context, a depth of understanding, and a set of values that are incredibly important. You don't need to justify why you prefer a quiet conversation over a noisy club, or a physical book over an e-reader, or saving money over impulse spending, or loyalty over fleeting trends. These are not flaws. They are choices and preferences shaped by decades of living. Apologizing for them diminishes your own identity and the richness of your life journey. Instead of apologizing, state your preferences with confidence and perhaps curiosity about theirs. I find I prefer quieter evenings now. Or, I've always enjoyed the feel of a physical book. Or, that's an interesting perspective. Mine is shaped by. Your life experiences have given you a unique and valuable lens through which to see the world. Embrace it, own it, and share it, not with an apology, but with confidence and pride. You are not out of touch. You are seasoned, experienced, and uniquely you. So, we've talked about shedding the weight of apologies for needing rest, for saying no to social plans, for moving at your own pace, for discussing your health, for not being a tech wizard, for prioritizing your own needs, and for having priorities and preferences that come from your unique life experience. Thinking about all these things, it's clear that the habit of apologizing for them isn't really about being polite. It's often about an underlying feeling that we are somehow less than, or an inconvenience, or not keeping up with an unspoken standard set by who knows who. But when you stop apologizing for these 7 things, something remarkable happens. You reclaim your energy, your time, your peace of mind, and perhaps most importantly, your inherent worth. Remember, small shifts in language can make a monumental difference in how you feel about yourself and how others perceive you. Instead of, "Sorry, I'm tired," try, "I'm going to rest." Instead of, "Sorry, I can't make it," try, "Thank you for the invitation. I won't be able to attend." Instead of, "Sorry, I'm slow," try, "I'm just taking my time." Instead of, "Sorry to bring this up," try, "I wanted to share something about my health." Instead of, "Sorry, I'm bad with technology," try, "Could you help me with this?" Instead of, "Sorry, I'm being selfish," try, "I need this time for myself." Instead of, "Sorry, I'm old-fashioned," try, "From my experience, I've found that." See the difference? It's subtle, but powerful. It shifts from asking for forgiveness for existing or having needs to simply stating facts or preferences. You've spent a lifetime giving, achieving, navigating challenges, and learning. You've earned the right to be comfortable, to be authentic, and to live life on your own terms, without constantly feeling the need to justify or apologize for perfectly reasonable choices and realities. This stage of life is an opportunity for freedom, for pursuing what truly brings you joy and peace, and for being unapologetically you. Letting go of these unnecessary apologies isn't about being rude or dismissive. It's about respecting yourself, honoring your needs, and communicating clearly and confidently. It's about recognizing that your worth is not contingent on how much you inconvenience others or how well you fit into someone else's box. Your worth is inherent, built over decades of living, loving, and learning. Embracing this unapologetic approach can significantly reduce stress, improve your relationships by fostering authenticity, and boost your overall happiness and confidence. It allows you to step more fully into the wisdom and freedom that comes with age. This might surprise you, but stopping these apologies isn't just about you. It can also subtly influence those around you, showing them how to respect boundaries and self-worth. It gives permission, not just to yourself, but potentially to others too, to live more authentically. So, starting today, challenge yourself to notice when you're about to apologize for one of these things. Pause, take a breath, and choose a different way to phrase it. A way that is confident, clear, and apology-free. It will feel awkward at first, like breaking any old habit. But with practice, it will become second nature. I hope this conversation has resonated with you, and perhaps illuminated some areas where you might be unnecessarily apologizing. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Which of these apologies do you find yourself saying most often? What is one apology you are going to commit to letting go of starting today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights could be incredibly helpful to others in this community. If you found this video helpful or encouraging, please give it a thumbs up so more people can find it. And for more content that empowers you to live your best life at every age, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Remember, you are valuable, you are worthy, and you have absolutely nothing to apologize for when it comes to living your authentic life. Live your best life at every age. confidently and unapologetically.